Mitzvah Taisa Shabbos, we saw yesterday it's a Dairaisa. It's Minatayr, it's not a Rabbi, it's a Dairaisa. How much the Shir isn't Mavur in the Gemara? At least 2 to 3 minutes before Shkia, one should be Machmer and be Mekabel Taisa Shabbos. What is Taisa Shabbos? Does it mean you have to be Mekabel Kedushas Shabbos, the Yom HaShabbos? Or is it just Pre-Sham and Malacha? It's Machlek Sapaiskim. We naman, hopefully, that it's Pre-Sham and Malacha, and that's why we could still daven Mincha up to Shkia. Because if it would be Mekabel, the Yom HaShabbos, you Mekabel Kedushas Shabbos, then one couldn't daven Mincha anymore because it's already Shabbos. That's how the Mechaber passes. You make an early Shabbos, you Mekabel Shabbos, you can't daven Mincha anymore. So it's not like a regular Kabbalah Shabbos when you Mekabel Shabbos early. Rather, it's just Pre-Sham Malacha. The Mikbracha has a suffix whether you can be Pirish from Ktsas Malachas, make it tonight only when you be Pirish from Muktzah or something like that, or Boirer, and not from all Malachas is Taisa Shabbos Chal like that. But anyways, it's just Pre-Sham Malacha. Now, there's a big Machlek Sapaiskim. What about women? Are women mechuyev in the midst of Taisa Shabbos? Why not?
They already do Hadlachas there, so.
Let's say she doesn't want to be Madlik Neiris. Let's say her husband Madlik Neiris. She doesn't want to be Kabbalah Taisa Shabbos. Is she over? Is she mevatla mitzvah say? Now, why not? We know that women are mechuyev in all halachas of Shabbos. Even though one might ask, why are women mechuyev in Shabbos at all? Isn't the mitzvah say shazman grom? It's every 7th day. Anybody? Women are p'tur in mitzvah shazman grom, and why are women mechuyev in Shabbos at all? Well, there are many assays also. Saying only the lois says. There is a limud. There is a limud because in one of the series says shamar, and one of the series says zachar. Because yeshne b'shmira, yeshne b'zchira. Shmira is a lav. Whoever is b'shmira, so is also b'zchira. So that's only concerning Shabbos itself. But now we have a new mitzvah of Tais v'Shabbos. Tais v'Shabbos applies even for before Shabbos. That we learn out from Yom Kippurim. Yom Kippur. We spoke about it yesterday. The Makair is Yom Kippur. Now, if it's a new mitzvah, and it's not a mitzvah which is shaykh to Shabbos itself, so Minchas Chinuch declares, a lot of Achronim declare, are women mechuyev minat Torah to be mekayim the mitzvah of Tais v'Shabbos.
Women mechuyev in Yom Kippur.
Oh, very good. So the mechuyev in Yom Kippur, and if you're learning from Yom Kippur, so there's mechuyev in Shabbos as well. Zog the Minchas Chinuch. It's not so true because by Yom Kippur, the reason why they're mechuyev is because there's a riba akra. It says ezrach, and ezrach is marba women as well. But there's no riba akra by Shabbos. You need a special riba akra to be marba women by Yom Kippur. But we don't have a special riba akra to be marba women by Shabbos, by Tais v'Shabbos. So in as much as we're learning it out from Me'erev Aderev, what's the pasuk? The pasuk says by Yom Kippur. It says, sorry, one second. What does the pasuk say? Right, so we're learning it out from that pasuk, and we say Tishbusu Shabbatchem, anything that's called Shabbos, Kol Mokem Shenemer Shabbos Kol Shabbos V'Yantiv. So if we're learning from that pasuk on its own is not enough to be mechayev women in Tais Shabbos. We need a special pasuk by Yom Kippur to tell us Ezrach that's mechayev women. That we don't have by Tais Shabbos. So maybe, perhaps, Minchas Chinuch declares, maybe women are exempt from this mitzvah saseh. Let's say they are. There's another machlekes achronim, an interesting machlekes achronim which you know about. Let's say women are potter from Tais Shabbos because you're learning it from Yom Kippur. And Yom Kippur itself, it's only because there's an extra pasuk over there which you don't have by Shabbos and Yom Tov, and therefore they'll be potter. Why are they potter? Because the mitzvah says man grama. It's a mitzvah says man grama. Now, there's a machlekes achronim. A mitzvah say in a form of sheval tasa. That's a general shaila by women. Are they mechuyev or not? What's the reason why women are potter b'mitzvah seish man grama? So the svaros, they say, is because women, they are responsible to take care of the home. They're the akaras habayis, right? Take care of the children, the husband, and if they will be tied down to mitzvahs aseish man grama, that'll interfere with their responsibilities. That's why they're potter. But a lav, something which is a don't do certain things, that's not going to interfere with their avodas Hashem, with their duties in life, right? Because they just sit back. It's not something which they have to interrupt what they're doing and go do something like Sheikh Lulav. So here you have a mitzvah say in the form of a sheval tasa. What's the mitzvah say? Taisvus Shabbos, especially what we spoke about. What's Taisvus Shabbos? Prisha Malacha. Don't do something. The mitzvah say is, don't do malacha anymore. Go be makabel, go be shayvis a little bit earlier. So here it's a real shayla stam in the achroinim, a general shayla. B'chala terakula, our mitzvahs asay shazman garam in the form of sheval tasa are women turas as well, or they mechiyavos because it's sheval tasa. At the end of the day, it's sheval tasa. So many places want to say it's totally in that shayla. Whether women are mechuyev in Taisvus Shabbos, right? Even if you'll say that you can't learn it from Yom Kippur because Yom Kippur have a special pasuk, but nevertheless, such a mitzvah say shazman grama in the form of sheval tasa, they'll still be mechuyev because women are never exempt from such mitzvah say. That's that shaila. But anyways, ladina, there's no nafkamina. First of all, women light candles. As soon as they light candles, they're makabel Shabbos, and that's Taisvus Shabbos, right? And secondly, even if they're not going to light candles, but we spoke yesterday that a person should stop doing malacha 2 to 3 minutes before shkia anyway because we're uncertain. We're not sure exactly 1,000% when shkia is. Even if your calendar says that shkia is 4:05, but nevertheless 4:03 might be already shkia. It's not something which you could rely on 100%. And therefore, since you anyways should be parish from a malacha 2 minutes before shkia, that already will be a kiyum of mitzvah Taisvus Shabbos as well. Okay, that's Indian Taisvus Shabbos. The Mechaber says that it used to be that by Baruch Hu, they're Makabel Shabbos by Baruch Hu. When they answered Baruch Hu, that's when they're Makabel Shabbos. But us, we're Makabel, it seems like the Mishnah Berurah says, even the times of the Magen Avraham, Mishnah Berurah says, that it was also Ba'aniyas Baruch Hu. That's when the Kabbalah Shabbos happened, when they answered Baruch Hu, but not by Mizmor Shir. But nowadays, the Mishnah Berurah says, Makabel Shabbos. As soon as you say Mizmor Shir on Shabbos, that's the Kabbalah Shabbos. Now, by the way, I mean, our Kabbalah Shabbos begins from L'chuna Ranana. L'chuna Ranana Hashem, right? All these psukim and tehillim, these mizmorim. Is there a makar in the Gemara for these mizmorim? These 6 mizmorim before you sing L'cha Doidi. Is there anywhere in the Gemara or in the Ga'onim or in the Rishayim a makar for this minhag? How long ago did the Klal Yisrael begin being Makabel Shabbos with L'chuna Ranana? So the Yemes says, in the Gemara, there's no makar for L'chuna Ranana with all these psukim and mizmorim and tehillim, and even at times the Ga'onim. And in Sidurim Yishanim also, we don't find a makar for these psukim to say these mizmorim and tehillim before Ma'ariv and Shabbos. The first we find who speaks about it is someone who lived in the times of the Beis Yosef. So it's really maybe 500 years old. All of 500 years old, the whole minhag of coming in to say L'chuna Ranana. Could you imagine being Makabel Shabbos just going straight to Baruch Hu? Something is missing, right? That's what we do in Yontif. But Shabbos, he's beginning L'chuna Ranana, something is missing. L'cha Doidi, we know. Shlomo Alevi Al-Kabetz was Mechaber L'cha Doidi. That's also the times of the Beis Yosef. That's also only 500 years old. Right? So, the only real thing that we find that was still around the times of the Rambam or the Ga'onim that we say today before Baruch Hu, before Ma'ariv, is Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbos. That was the minhag to say even in the times of the Ga'onim, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbos and Hashem Malach. These 2 psukim, and these 2 mizmorim. But anything beforehand is not more than 500 years old. V'hu Rachum. We don't say V'hu Rachum on Shabbos. Anybody know why we don't say V'hu Rachum on Shabbos? Why don't we say V'hu Rachum on Shabbos?
Kosher.
What?
Kosher.
It's about kasha. That's interesting. Why is it V'hu Rachum on Shabbos? Some say because the reason why we say V'hu Rachum in Me'ach Choyel is because it used to be, the Gemara says that when you used to give Malchus, you used to say V'hu Rachum. 3 times it equals 39 Malchus. You say V'hu Rachum, each Malchus used to get a word. And the minhag was that, in the olden days at least, before they went to sleep, they had Cheshbon and Nefesh, and they said V'hu Rachum, and they got Malchus before Ma'ariv, they did Tshuva. So he says, but on Shabbos, if that's the reason why we say V'hu Rachum on by Ma'ariv, then Shabbos, we don't act in such ways. It's Eidik Shabbos, Menuchas Shabbos, we don't think about these things. So Mamela, we don't say V'hu Rachum either. So basically, it used to be, in the times of the Gemara, for all practical purposes, there was no real difference. There was no real difference in Kabbalah Shabbos Friday night. For all practical purposes, they came to Shul and said Baruch Hu. The only difference might have been in maybe Shamru or in the Shabbos Shemoneh Esrei. But in terms of Ma'ariv, before Shemoneh Esrei, there was no real difference between a Shabbos Diga Ma'ariv and a weekday Ma'ariv. So that's why the Mechaber says that Noyagin, that Acharnias Baruch Hu, that's what used to be Makabel Shabbos, because all these other things that we say nowadays weren't so applicable, weren't really said in the olden days. Okay, Reish Samach Beis, just a few more minutes. Reish Samach Beis, the Chaber says, Yisader Shulchanoi, person should be Yisader Shulchan, Yisader Kol Yonah Avayis. So why? A person is supposed to come home and the table is supposed to be set, right? The candle is supposed to be lit, and the Gemara says, two malachim come home with him, Shmuel rings down. Shnei malach ha'asharas melavel l'od be'erev Shabbos b'sekneses l'beisai echad toiv echad ra. K'shbol l'beisai motzin erdoluk, if the malach toiv sees that everything is ready like it's supposed to be before Shabbos, so he says, "Yirotzin shehei kein l'Shabbos haba." It should be the will that this is the way you should find your house next Shabbos in peace. And Malach Ra, I know Amen. Bal Karchoy. The Malach Ra has to say Amen. And Chaz v'Shalom, if it's not, then it's the other way around. So basically, the person should be careful that he comes up with this medrash, of course, that everything should be Mesudar. An interesting shaila, is this a chiyuv? It's supposed to be Mesudar before Shabbos, or it's only a chiyuv that when you come home from shul, you should find the table set? Or does the Shulchan Aruch mean that you have to already have the table set before Shabbos comes in? Erev Shabbos already. L'chayra, I'll read to you the Lashon Shulchan Aruch. It's mashma that it's not a din that before Shabbos your table has to be set already. Shulchan Aruch says, Yisader Shulchanai, v'yatzia ha'mitois v'yisak kol and yonei habayis k'dei shiyimtzenu orcha masudah b'vayim beis hakneses. The din is that when you come home from shul, you should find the table set. So there's no real din. It doesn't sound like the din is that you have to set your table before Shabbos. But really, if you look at the Rambam's lashon is that it has to be done before Shabbos. And the person can say that l'katchila, avada wants to do it before Shabbos, but if you didn't do it, you still didn't miss out on the Malach Toiv giving you a brach and the Malach Ra answering Amen, as long as when you come home, the table is set and you meet, and you come to the house and everything is mesudar the way it's supposed to be. What's included in Siddur Shulchan? Is it also the dishes have to be put out, like how much of the table has to be mesudar? It seems from the Poskim, from the Mishnah Berurah, the Halacha, that only prisas mappa is enough. As long as you have a tablecloth spread out on your table, that's already enough to mekayim this din of Siddur Shulchan. Okay, we'll stop over here because, Be'ezer Hashem, I would like to give a chabur on the sugya of Offer Chutz La'aretz. We're not going to stop the learning the Beis Medrash for this chabur, so if you're not holding in the sugya, don't worry about it. But I hope you are.
What time?
Sorry?
What time?
9:30. Unless there's football tonight. Okay.